What's goody, folk? Welcome back to your Soul Driven, Soul Intended channel, YouTube channel. Of course, I'm your host, coach, and creator of all things Soul Driven, Soul Intended, Brycebits. So I wanted to come on here for a brief moment and talk about the importance of one, being authentic, being genuine, being humble, and what was the other word that I was looking for? Genuine, authentic, humble, and transparent. Transparent, meaning that you are who you say you are. There's no hidden, hidden places, secret places. Well, of course, you're supposed to have your secret places because you don't want to give everyone everything of who and what you are. But the things that you show people, I believe that it's very important to show up as your true self. And I want to speak on something in regard to light and shadow aspects, the duality of the universe, and it's very important to have both aspects to oneself to be able to operate and flow effortlessly, between the two. 1:44 on the clock, and divine chosen ones innately know how to do that. Because you can't have the light without the shadow, and you can't have the shadow without the light. But again, when I say that, it's important that you be authentic in either aspect. Okay? Shadow isn't always a bad trait. Neither is light always a good trait. Okay? It's the intent behind the action and the decisions made and taken that determine whether a particular thing is good or bad. So I hope you can follow me with that notion. Okay, so it's always about the intention behind what you are doing. Okay, and you can be a spiritual being who operates in your shadow aspects. That's fine. Go ahead, do the damn thing. Okay, but if you're going to do that, call on the entities that are within the shadow aspects. Okay, draw your power from the entities within those shadow aspects, and get your power from that. That's where real power comes from, when you can go within self, okay, and do the work from within on a soul level, regardless if it's from a shadow or light aspect, okay, and you can begin to grow and ascend from doing the work from within and on your own merit, on your own energy. It becomes a little pussy, if you will, if you have to siphon and drain energy from other beings, other living beings in present time, in order to make yourself more powerful. What that tells me is that you don't have enough from within in order to ascend. Okay, so I'm going to say that again. If you have to siphon energy and steal energy from anyone else and be all up in someone's energy and the essence thereof, that says innately that you don't have enough power from within in order to ascend. That means that you are incomplete, you are withered, and insufficient. That means that you are not enough within self, and because that you are not enough from within self, you have to go and steal and pillage and siphon energy and the essence of others in order for you to be what it is that you feel that you want and need to be, which at the end of the day, that means that you are unfulfilled. You are powerless because you have to draw power from other beings. Okay? So that's the message that I want to get across to the collective of the femme masculine. Okay, because regardless from what aspect that you're working from, the light or shadow, make sure that you're getting your power from within and not about. Because if you have to go about, that means that you're within, you are insufficient. You don't have enough storage and supply to sustain yourself and to run off your own strength and merit. And therefore, you're conceding to the fact that you are insufficient, that you are not good enough. And that's something that if that's the case, then that calls for a whole new level of work and shadow work that one needs to do. Because if you're doing all of that, that is innately saying that you view yourself as not being good enough, when at the end of the day, you actually are. Because you should be the most powerful person that you know, and you shouldn't be calibrating your power to someone else's. Okay? If you can't decide in your own mind that you are a powerful being, and you have to look to others to calibrate what they're doing in order to gauge and decide how powerful or how powerless you are, that speaks to your nature, that speaks to your essence, that speaks to your mental capacity, that speaks to your emotional capacity, that speaks to your physical and spiritual capacity, because that says that I am not enough. I am codependent, and that I cannot survive within my own power. I have to depend on outside sources in order to do so. And if that is you, that's not a picture of power, of true power that you're presenting and representing. So I just really wanted to address that and make that known, is that if you want to demonstrate real power and how powerful you really are, go within. Because nothing speaks of power than someone who gets it from going within and doing the hard work. Okay? Because me personally, if I see or become privy to someone that has to take from others in order to feel powerful, that says that you're not enough. And I'm not saying that you're not enough. That's what you're demonstrating by the actions that you portray. Okay, so I just wanted to give you all a heads up on that, because I feel like there are some individuals out there that really need to learn and apply those lessons in order to graduate onto the next level. Okay, because anybody can take something from someone else and say that it's mine, but at the end of the day, we all know that it's not really yours, because you had to take from someone else. The real power is going within and building from within. That's a boss move. That's a real boss move. And standing in the transparency of who you really are, and not doing all of this shape shifting and putting on all of these facades and hiding behind false pictures that tells me and others that you are not confident in yourself and in who you are and in your ability and your power. You're not confident enough to stand in that in and of itself. You have to hide your face. You have to hide your energy. You have to hide your power. And that speaks to me as of being a coward. You are not strong enough and powerful enough to stand in this world or in the spiritual realm and be exactly who you are. I'm not saying that you're not sufficient or insufficient. I'm not saying that you're not good enough. You're saying that by the actions that you take. Okay? So you might want to think about that. For any of you, the next time that you decide that you want to take from somebody else in order to make it yours, or siphon from anyone in order to make you more powerful, you're just saying to yourself and anyone else out there that has half a brain that you're weak and you cannot be sustained within your own energy and your own essence. You're a leech. That's not, it's not sexy. It's not attractive. It's not hot. And I'm going to say it again, it's not sexy. Not sexy at all. Not sexy at all. So you might want to rethink that. 10:44 on the clock. You might want to rethink that the next time that you want to go out and start doing spells and trying to end someone, or whatever it is that some of you folk out there do, because it reeks of insecurity and being insufficient and unsustainable from within. And codependent. 11:11 on the clock. I can't make it up. Somebody in the spiritual realm agrees with me. Okay? So, baby girl, baby boy, do the fucking work. And if you have to do spells on someone in order to make them stay with you, you don't have shit worth making them stay within your own energy and the own essence of your presence. You have to manipulate someone to stay with you. And that's quite sad. 11:44 on the clock. That's quite sad. And it's quite pathetic, because if you don't have the wherewithal to charm someone on your own natural capability, and you have to sort to manipulation, deceit, and shadow work, and dark magic, and graveyard work, baby girl, what does that say about you? Look in the mirror and tell me what you see.